Hey guys, it's just me here today, just talking to you. Hailey's busy.
I'm just getting bigger every Q&A we do. Welcome to our third Q&A. We're talking about how to start your business and videography in general. As you know, Brad and I are videographers. We've been doing it professionally for about 5 years now. And so we've gotten tons of questions about everything video, photo, business. So we'll jump in.
The first question is recommendations for less expensive camera equipment for beginner filmmakers.
And we just got a DJI Osmo, which we have been having a lot of fun with. That's great for if you're doing more on the go, vlogging, all that kind of stuff, where you're needing a screen. You use your phone as your screen, which is pretty cool. And it has a stabilizer in it, so you don't have to buy something on top of it as far as like a glide cam or a Ronin. It has a gimbal in it.
It's pretty nice too. I mean, I couldn't take too much equipment to Ecuador when I went, so I couldn't take my big Ronin stabilizer, so I just took that little handheld Osmo and it worked perfect. It was great. For DSLRs, we'd probably recommend the Canon Rebels or the 80D. The 80D runs at like $1,200, but it's a great beginner DSLR camera.
If you are going to go the DSLR route, we'd recommend starting with a cheaper camera body and then investing into some good quality lenses and then start creating your collection and then upgrade your camera body as you start making money and growing your business. Okay, how did you get your name out there when you were first starting your business? We started just doing a ton of projects and reaching out to people and doing collaborations. I think that was the best way for us to get our name out there. Social media wasn't very huge when we first started, but I think now that social media is so big, I would use collaborations to help get my name out there. And make sure that you're doing it for some sort of trade or something where there's still, you're not just doing the work for free. Because you can get stuck in free mode and everyone's like, oh, I know this girl, she does videography.
You get it to them for free, can I have it for free? And then it ripples. I also want to say that we feel so strongly that when you're building a business just to stay friendly and social to everyone, it honestly, I mean, we want to actually produce this video soon, but it's just where it's been crazy that one person knows another person that knows another person, and it all started from just saying, just being friendly and talking to them in the street. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh, my dad owns a business. Then it ends up being this cool business that we do work for. So just staying social, like literally in the world, and also social through social media platforms as well. Next question is, how do you find the time to edit all of your videos? I just hand it all over to her. No, that's not true. But when I'm in just a bad crunch, I do hand it to Hailey because she can edit twice as fast as any human being in this world.
I can crank out a good edit. That's like the one thing that I will.
She's known for that. She's a rare species.
That's one thing that I will put on my shelf. But when we do it, I do a lot of my editing at night. That way in the day we can be shooting and spending time as a family. How do you gain a great social media following while still staying true to yourself? I think that it's so easy to quickly just be like, oh, well, they're doing this, they're doing that, and like kind of copycat what other people are doing. But it will take longer to stay true to yourself, but I think it's so important for the long run, especially if you're promoting lifestyle. I think it's so important to represent who you truly are and just to be patient through that process. You'll find people who start unfollowing you for certain reasons, and then other people who start following you for those same reasons, and so don't get butthurt when people unfollow you or any of that. Just try to always stay true to you. How do you stay positive on social media? I think a huge thing is when people write negative comments, just delete them. I used to let them be like, oh, I'm just gonna let it bounce off and like, I'm not gonna let it matter. But then everybody else starts to see those comments and it starts making all this negativity in the big forum. So now on any of our channels, we just simply delete it. If there's any kind of true negativity, we delete it. How do you organize all of your video footage for easy access in the future? Organization is huge with video and photo and anything digital. We back everything up onto a hard drive twice so that it doesn't, if there's a drive that crashes, then you still have a backup. And then we do years, months, project, and then within the project we do camera 1, camera 2, music, all the assets for the videos in there where they belong, so it's really easy to go back and find.
The next question is, if you didn't do videography, what would you do instead? Just go to my childhood, what I wanted to be, just an archaeologist, something like that.
I think I would for sure do something social, maybe be an esthetician or something, even though I'm not really into beauty, but just...
I could never see that, an esthetician, but...
No, but just something where you get to see a lot of people all the time. I think that would be cool. Since you and Brad work professionally together, how do you guys deal with disagreements that you may have at work? Something that I've learned over the years is that there's not just one way to do it. And so a lot of the times we'll be shooting and I'm like, no, I have the shot. I know what I want. You know, I know it's going to look good. And Brad's like, no, and he has something completely different in mind. We've learned to just take turns and respect the other person's opinion as well and value what their input. And then a lot of the times I'm like, oh, I'm glad that I let Brad take the reins on that one. And we both got our shot that we had envisioned for that moment. And a lot of the times I use his in the edit instead of mine.
That's usually when you trust in them, when you, after working with them, you kind of know, but those actually ended up being the best videos.
How do you balance being a mom, working, and traveling so much? Well, I think the word balance should go out the window. Like, you'll beat yourself up till the day you die, just being like, oh, I don't have a balanced life. And I do that all the time. But it's just finding a way to make it work. A lot of the times we do have my mom and Brad's mom help out with Lucy, and we find that balance in our lives by making sure that we do have family time outside of work. And if we are traveling for a project, a lot of the times we'll bring one of our moms on the trip with us during our filming project, and then after we'll vacation and do all of that.
What inspired you to begin blogging about your adventures? Has it made them more special to you? And would you encourage sharing them?
I am a big journal freak. I've written in a journal since the day I've learned how to write. My mom instilled that into me when I was a young age. And I just wanted a space online where we could share our adventures and all the stuff that is media that we produce that I couldn't physically put into a journal. And so that's why I initially started Something Devine. And it was after Brad and I got married, we started traveling a lot for work. And I just wanted a space to share all of that. And it has, in certain ways, it has made it more special sharing it. I love the reaction of others when we're able to share our videos. But there are some videos that we produce that we don't share. And, well, we don't share publicly. We have, like, Lucy's birth and a couple other videos that we've just chose to stick to family and friends because they are really special to us. But I would encourage sharing your adventures. I think that it's just all around just a lot of fun.
Yeah. How do you make stop motion videos?
We'll do a tutorial on this in the future.
Yeah, for sure. They're the coolest video, really. It's
so simple.
I mean, basically, like, you know, a film is like 24 pictures put together. And then when you put it together, if you've seen the flip cards, right, then it makes a movie and it moves.
Yeah, so basically what you do is you take a picture of something. So say I was doing a stop motion of my watch on a table, okay? I would put the watch on the table, take a picture, and then move it a little bit, take another picture, move it a little bit, take a picture. And then when you're done with that, you lay all of the pictures into a video timeline. You can do it in iMovie or Final Cut Premiere. And it makes it look like the watch is moving on its own.
Laughing. Have you ever broken a piece of equipment or had it stolen while in another country? I started with the new era of these drones. I had the Phantom 1 and they had a ton of technical issues, so I'm blaming it mostly on them. But I had one that flew in, it just went weird and started flying away, then it ran into this Ferris wheel in Sweden. I didn't get that back. And then I had another one that just flew into the ocean in Thailand. I've had one fly away in the mountains. Those have been the equipment.
Now you can see why I don't touch our aerial.
I'm good now. The Inspire
cameras.
one is no issues. Takes the wind, everything's great. I had another one in Budapest and oh, it was the worst because we had this, it was this road rally, so we had all these nice like luxury cars lined up and then all these people there, there was a DJ playing and they wanted a shot where I fly over them and everyone's waving their flags and literally like 2,000 people were just there staring at the stage where I was standing on, and then the MC's like, okay, Brad's gonna fly it over the crowd and everyone wave, so I'm centre stage flying it, everyone knows I'm flying it.
Meanwhile, before he left on the trip, he
yeah.
it had the viewfinder was like goggles, and he like taped these googly eyes onto the outside of his goggles.
But anyway, I'm in this like metal building, which is a bad idea. I'm next to T-Mobile corporate store, another bad idea. Anyway, I'm flying and all of a sudden, I just lose kind of control and I'm flying it really fast and I come back and I'm like, I'm just gonna go one more time. But as I'm coming back, I'm going too fast and then it just almost hits the roof. So I counter it, flying at the crowd, and then it just goes, and then it shoots and it hits this column, like blows up basically, and then hits this old man, and then hits his BMW, and then at the same time the DJ turns down the music like to a screeching halt. It's like, and then I'm just there, ready to like face reality, taking off my goggles, and then everyone's looking at me. It's quiet. That was one of my most embarrassing moments in my life.
That is. You need a.
That is.
You never know what to say for your embarrassing moment.
That's
a good
it.
one.
Anyway.
Okay, Brad. Other than filming, what do you like to do in your free time?
So if you don't know me, I love to skateboard, even though it hurts me a lot. I love skateboarding with all my friends.
He's currently wearing an ankle brace. Like, oh my gosh.
Can't see it.
I love that he's skateboarding.
But I love that, soccer, I love anything just getting me moving, my heart rate up, and then I love going on bike rides too. We go on bike rides around the lake. So
yeah.
That's probably one of yours.
Yeah, no, that was my number one, would be bike riding. That's my favorite.
She's also really good at snowboarding.
Oh yeah. No, not that I'm good at snowboarding. No, but
flick of the hair.
No, that's one of my hobbies. It's just a winter hobby. I wouldn't think of it right now. Oh yeah, I'm really good at that. What is your favorite thing to film? I love doing creative projects, like we were saying, stop motion, all of that. I do love documenting our lifestyle and sharing little moments of Lucy.
I do love capturing candid shots and when you get that perfect shot, but I do love also shots that are set up and when you get what you envisioned. That's the cool. So I really love like cars and motorcycles and like nighttime shots. I think it's because of my obsession with Tron, but I love like that sleek look too. So
yeah, Brad likes more edgy projects. I like the more quirky.
Bring it together. Colorful. You got something divine.
Here we are. How do you keep your creative juices flowing?
We watch local people's films and we love to watch, Wes Anderson is he's someone that we love. We love all of his movies.
Just doing things that you wouldn't normally do or go on a walk somewhere that's out of your norm.
How do you film videos at places like Disneyland? That's actually a great question, because now, not that we've ever had, Hailey's always wanted one, a selfie stick. You can't have selfie sticks.
It's so funny. Like, as you're walking into the park, there's like a big red like
X to a selfie stick, like a silhouette selfie stick. So you're not allowed selfie sticks, you're not allowed tripods, you're not allowed anything other than what's strapped around your neck. So, like we just recommended, the Osmo, you will be allowed to take that in, and it has a stabilizer in it.
Yeah.
Also, the Sony.
Yeah, the Sony has an internal stabilizer, which is great, the A7S II. But I think just, getting creative with what you have, setting your camera down on like a post or just finding a point of contact where it can be stable is huge.
How to start a blog and make a profit.
So I think when starting a blog, it's important to find your reason why you're starting it. And not have it be money driven. What's the reason you're truly blogging? And then once you start creating a community and really getting things flowing, what you really love to do, then you can throw in some sponsorships and some paid product placement that fits really organically in your feed. And that's a way that you can make it profitable. As videographers, how do you make sure when you go on vacations to not live it through your camera and to actually get out and enjoy it, but still film enough for video? I think that Brad and I are a rare breed. We really enjoy our vacations the most when we're filming. When we're documenting it. That's some people like to shop when they're on vacation. Some people like to indulge in all this food, where Brad and I were like, oh my gosh, let's hike to that peak so that we can get like an amazing shot. We just really love to shoot video. But I do think it is important to set the camera down every once in a while. And so we make sure that not every second of the day we're not like behind the camera.
We do kind of like schedule it out, like, hey, we're going to go do this hike to this waterfall today. Okay, well, we're just going to get mainly the highlights. When we're on vacation, we're like, we just want to highlight it, so let's go film the waterfall. So that's what we plan on, and both of us are on the same page. And then we're walking up, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's a cool cliff, and then we just capture that too, just naturally. How do you manage to find a good balance between social media and your private life?
So going again to what we were just saying is a lot of times we film so much. I personally look back at all of the videos that my mom created of me and my siblings as we were little, and I love seeing footage of Brad when he was little, and it's kind of like a time capsule, and that's my motivator of creating videos of our life and videos of Lucy. But I think finding that balance is just finding the right stuff to share, knowing that line of what's too personal to share and what's okay to share, don't you think? Okay, last question is advice for starting a blog and starting a media business. I think that the biggest thing would be just to stay true to yourself and always strive for that good quality content. I think quality over quantity for sure. If you're wanting to do daily uploads and all this stuff and you see your quality going down, then maybe try to do 3 times a week instead of every single day and keep your quality up high. I think that speaks volumes of who you are and your brand. And do you have anything to say?
Yeah, no, I do. Actually, I think something that I have learned we both actually have is just not to like, as easy as it's said, but not to compare yourself to others or to limit yourselves because of what someone else has done. I mean, basically just to keep all your creative doors open and not any of them closed because
somebody else has already done something similar.
Yeah, exactly. Everything will come out uniquely you, and you just keep creating and keep going for those opportunities. Anyway, thank you. So that was part 3 of our Q&A. We'll be doing more in the future, but we are so thankful for all your questions and being involved in all this. We know that, I mean, all of this is because of you guys and following along and even sharing our videos. We thank all of you for sharing personally on your channels. So for detail about, more in-depth stuff about learning how to use a camera, and lighting and all that stuff. We have a workshop.
Yeah, we have a couple different workshops on our website, somethingdivine.com, and it's on the workshop tab. It's really easy to find. And yeah, if you're wanting to learn more, hop on over, and it should be a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks, guys.